say that the election has been peaceful in Ejisu. So from the Pentecost polling station here in Fumeswa, one of the densely populated areas in the Ejisu constituency, we are moving to other places to monitor the elections and bring you update as far as the Ejisu by-election is concerned. Don't forget that over 100,000 electors are expected to cast their ballot today, and the EC expects nothing less than 50% in today's elections, being the turnout for today's election. So coincidentally, today is also a market day in Ejisu. So the EC hopes that many of the market women who are in the market will turn up later in the day to cast their ballot. So Aisha, that has been the situation from the Ejisu constituency.
Right, Nano Humanitarian with that for us. Let's also
but how do you do that without pausing and examining what had gone into the box, right? And that for me is the key thing. We need to watch how that plays out, especially from the side of Oduome, how they approach this and the petitions that they may file and what they may demand. But you made a point about this is a stronghold of the MPP, and it is a stronghold of the MPP. It is just the Oduome factor. And you see him there removing what appears to be an envelope from his back pocket. He attempts to give it to them. They don't seem to quite catch his eye, and then he drops it on the table.
Earlier, I spoke to Dr. Srebokwe, Director of Elections at EC, and he was very particular about turnout in today's elections. He says that he is hopeful that over 50% of turnout will be registered here. But as far as the issue of the two EC officials allegedly collecting an envelope from an individual, they are yet to speak to me. I spoke to an official who also directed me to speak to another senior official for him to give me official information on this. But to the best of my knowledge, both the regional officials of EC and national officials have been to the Pentecost polling station at Fumeswa to meet the two EC officials, and also as part of the investigations, get preliminary information from them, and that is what informed their decision, perhaps, to call for suspension of the two officials. So I'll say that here in Ejisu is being talk of the town. People are discussing this as why a senior member of the ruling MPP will go to a polling station and try to offer something in an envelope to EC officials in the full glare of the public, when even the media is also present. So it's gaining some sort of discussion here in Ejisu. Behind me is the Roman Catholic polling station in Ejisu township proper, and a couple of journalists and few EC officials I've seen here are all discussing the issue, and they think that this could go a long way to one way or the other affect the credibility of today's polls. Aisha.
So, Humanitarian, you spoke with this MP, the said member of parliament, who actually offered the envelope earlier before he went in to do it. What did he tell you?
Aisha, actually, the interview was after he has allegedly dropped the envelope.
Okay, that was after the incident.
Yes, if you saw me in the video, he was actually behind me because the polling officials are stationed behind me, because I was not allowed to do the interview within the inner perimeter of the voting center. I was just in front or ahead of the voting center. So after this, I spoke to him. I didn't know that he actually dropped something for the EC officials. It was after the live program that people sent me videos alerting me of what the man was doing behind me. Unknown to me, I spoke to him immediately after the live program with you, the live interview with you. And he did indicate that this particular election is very crucial to the New Patriotic Party, especially at the time that there's parliament, there's split of members in parliament, taking into consideration MPP gaining some support from independent candidates before they are able to form majority in parliament, and that they will do everything possible. We should underline the word everything possible to win this election. Those were his words, that the MPP will do everything possible to win today's by-election. And people have started reading meanings into this, especially myself, and then the cameraman was like, if we knew he had dropped this envelope, then definitely we would have asked further questions to understand what this everything possible means. But in the interview, I quizzed him further to understand what this everything possible means. And he says MPP will use fair means to win today's by-election.
Let's listen to what he told you in that interview.
We have Dr. Kingsley Nyako here, MP for Kwadaso, and it's good to see you in the Ejisu constituency, though this is not your parent constituency. What is at stake for your party as far as this by-election is concerned?
Okay, so, Ejisu is a traditional New Patriotic Party seat, and this constituency has produced some great MPs who were also ministers, like Honorable Kwasi Oseiche, who became Foreign Affairs Minister, our own brother and very good friend, John Kuma, who was Deputy Finance Minister, who passed on recently. So it is a seat that means a lot to us in terms of the political dynamics within the region and the country. We've lost a very good friend and brother, very hardworking and diligent, somebody who had Ejisu, on his heart. I know the passion he had for the constituency is no more, and I think that we need to fight to get a suitable replacement for him, and that person is the one who is representing the New Patriotic Party, lawyer Kwabena Boateng, and we know, the numbers in Parliament are been good. We can't afford to lose this seat, So we are doing everything possible to ensure that we win the seat to even honor the memory of our late brother. I don't think he'll be happy in his grave if we lose the seat to any other person other than we retaining the seat. So if you saw me here today, that's the reason. And going around, I've seen that the electorates, the constituents, they are willing to, vote massively for Kwabena Boateng, who is number 2 on the ballot.
You said you're doing everything possible to win this seat. When you say everything possible, what exactly does this contain in the everything possible that you're doing?
We are being diligent. We are working so hard. I've been in Ejisu for about 5 days or so. Working so hard to make sure that we win the seat. But don't forget that the opponent was once a member of the party and had been MP for 12 years. So he has footprints here. Okay, so it's not a case play. So that's why I'm saying that we are doing everything possible. We are being diligent. We are working hard, to ensure that we retain the seat. So yeah, that's what I meant by saying that we'll do everything possible within every appropriate means.
But surprisingly, you mentioned the opponent. Meanwhile, there are 6 people on the ballot who are contesting the elections today. So why do you single the former MP out as the only opponent when there are other 5 or 4 people involved?
I placed my statement within the context. I said that he used to be a member of our party. He's no more. He used to be member of parliament for this whole constituency for 3 times 12 years, and you cannot assume that he doesn't have footprints here. Obviously, he will have. So we are not going to treat this election as any election. What we know is that we are doing everything possible.
I'll say that the election
in that public space. If I were to influence them, do you think that I would do it in that public space?
No, the manner in which.
No, I'm saying that if I wanted to influence them, do you think that I would have done that in the public space.
So what was it?
That's what I'm saying, that when I'm done, I will talk about. But what I want to put on record is that I've not bribed anybody. I've not influenced anybody to vote or to do anything untoward for my candidate. I've not done that. No problems about that. I don't have any problems about that. I'm a citizen, and if people think that I've done something untoward, it is their own. I mean, their right to do so. But I'm saying that I can't influence the EC officials who are trained, who are honest, who are disciplined to do anything untoward. I cannot do that. I cannot do that, and I cannot do that in the public space. I cannot do that. No, that's what I say about it.
So, but do you feel bad with the spin on it, because it's been circled and circulated everywhere?
I know that I've not influenced anybody. I've not influenced the process. I don't feel bad because I know I've done nothing wrong. Okay, I know it's politics. People are going to spin. You know, we've been in this political game all this while, and those who are spinning, I don't begrudge them. That is politics. That is it. But me, Kingsley Nyakon, I'm putting on record that I have not done anything, whether overtly or covertly, to influence the process. My candidates will win this election fair and square. Let me ask you this question. The polling agents, six candidates with their agents, isn't it? Yeah. So if I had done something bad to influence the process, don't you think that they would have raised an issue there? Your reporter was here. Ask him if anybody raised anything against me when I even put the document to the person. They would have raised an issue. So people say somewhere and they cry wolf. I mean, that is unfair, but it's a game. I accept I'm a politician, and I respect Ghanaians.
It was a document.
No, I'm saying that I respect Ghanaians, and people said outside they didn't know what that, and they sit down and conclude and say that I'm trying to. I mean, I'm beyond that. I cannot do that.
But Honorable, before you take a leave of us, personally, I'm being castigated for being a very bad person. As a member of parliament, you are aware of what happened here. Can you take me through what actually happened here? Because I'm being castigated left, right, center.
Like that you have done what? That you've done what?
Because he was the one going on live, on air with whatever content. That is how come.
Me, I don't know. Everything happens for a purpose. I don't know your mind. I don't know the reason why this is out. And I said that I don't think you've done anything wrong to affect my person. If you've done anything wrong, your judgment, you know about it. But what I know is that I came around to observe the process. Then I even got an interview with you. Later, some people sent me this, and I look at it and I say, what is it? I've been a teacher for a long time. Ghanaians know that I'm disciplined. Me. I can never do anything to undermine the process. Okay? You've been covering political for a very long time. If I were to influence the process negatively or to my kindest favor, honestly, sincerely, it is the form that I'm going to do that.
So do you feel bad that the officers have been relieved of their duty? Currently, the officers there are...
How do you feel about this whole process?
I think they are victims of circumstances, and I think that, I don't know, but they've done anything wrong. This is what I'll say about that. But I will address this issue properly, just that you forced me to put some words across.
What was in the envelope?
Yes, that is a question many people are asking, whether it was an envelope, it was a handkerchief, or anything of it.
I'm saying that I've done nothing to influence the process. That's it. So if the IGP is being petitioned to invite me, I'm ready for him, and I will. When we get there, I know what I'm going to talk about. But no process has been undermined. Nothing untoward has been done. People are speculating, isn't it? Because they think that this was it. But you sit in your home and you're able to determine what has been, delivered or something. That is so wrong. You don't make conclusions on that. You need to do proper interrogation. Ask yourself question that this whole thing, was it able to influence a certain process. And the place is there.
There is no relationship between you and the officers to warrant a document. You don't know them.
You don't know them. So why would you want to give an envelope to them, Honorable?
So if I see you, do I have to know you before I do you a favor? Assuming, so that question doesn't even arise. So there shouldn't be any relationship before, you know what I mean? And I'm saying that I've not influenced anybody negatively to turn the will of the people in a certain direction.
So are you going to accept, for instance, an invitation from the IGP or the police to investigate this?
I've answered this question already, so there's no need, respectfully, there's no need me to belabor the point. Oh, but he asked the question earlier when I did that. Nothing wrong has been done. You know what I mean? So people should... I'm hoping that my candidate wins, and he will win fair and square. And I'm sure that, I'm hoping that it's going to be a convincing win. And this is politics. I know some of my friends even send it to me and they're laughing, you know what I mean? So, me, I'm a psychologist, and I'm not bothered at all. But I respect Ghanaians and all those who are raising these issues with good intent. I don't have any promise about that. But you use the word spin. People will spin. And they know that what happened was not to undermine the process, but they also spin for some political... The point is that even without this Ombeka, I think some motor report elsewhere, people are exaggerating a whole lot. So I said there people will have reasons to, you know what I mean? So
when you say you are not bothered, does it mean that this incident here does not affect you in any way as far as your political career is concerned?
Yeah, me say I've not done anything wrong. You need to prove that I've done something wrong. My political career, how would this affect my political career? Have I killed somebody? Have I done something untoward and all that? Please. You know what I mean? Because I respect you, that was why I compromised to do that. Because I respect, you know what I mean, Ghanaian, that's why I've done that. But I'm saying that...
From the narration you gave us, you said it was a document.
A document.
No, listen to me well. I'm saying that I've done nothing untoward about this process. I'm saying that those who are suggesting that, for example, there was something in the envelope, don't have any evidence to say that. No, sorry, I didn't say that. Don't put words in my mouth.
So definitely there was something in the envelope, but not a document.
I'm saying that I've not done anything negative to undermine the process. That's it. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you very much.
In that public space, if I were to influence them, do you think that I would do it in that public space?
No, the manner in which it was.
No, I'm saying that if I wanted to influence them,
to speak to her. It's rather unfortunate that the incident happened few minutes after you had left this polling station, because I was there with you. How do you feel that a polling station you visited in not less than 5 minutes, an incident of this nature was recorded there?
As you are saying, I didn't witness what transpired. So somebody just sent the video to me. So in the video, you will see that somebody pulled a white something, whether it is an envelope, whether it is a handkerchief, whether it's a paper, it is not clear to that. And I think the attempt was to give it to the officer, but the officer did not pick. Then it was put on the table. So that's what we want to know, what has happened. So for the meantime, because of the election going on, if you want to do a lot of investigation, we even disorganize the voting. So we've asked them you could see two officers were closer to the person who gave the passage, whatever it is. So we have asked them to stay aside for us to finish with the election. Then when we finish with the election, then we'll go into the issue and see what was it. Was it envelope? If it is an envelope, what was the content? What is it meant for? Whatever, if it is handkerchief, what is it meant for? If it is ordinary paper, what is it meant for? So we will get to know the details of whatever the content or the parcel is and the purpose of the parcel. Then based on that, we'll take the next action.
I know Ejisu officials have visited this said polling station. What has been your initial understanding of events? Was it an envelope? Was it a handkerchief? Was it an ordinary paper that the officials were reluctant in picking or accepting from this man?
I'm here to talk to those who went, but my understanding is that they went there just to ask them to stand aside for us to finish with the election. So later we'll get to know the details of it.
Then what then happens to the electorates? Because we know these two officials were working. They were busy.
We have replaced them with different set of people to do the work. We had a standby, so those people have moved in to take charge of the work. So the voting, we didn't want to create any scene there or to create any tension over there. So they have been asked to stand aside whilst we continue with the work. When we finish, we'll do the next investigation and take the next action that should be taken.
This is early days yet, but people are speculating that this could affect the credibility of today's exercise. As a director of elections for EC, do you see this having an impact or negative impact on today's exercise?
If you watch the video, you captured it. If you look at it critically, the officers refused even to receive whatever was being offered to them. So I said, I don't know how this one will affect the integrity of the election. Is it because it's somebody's vote or deny somebody from the chance of voting? All these things will be avoided. That's why we ask them to stand aside. So to us, it doesn't have any effect on the integrity of the election.
The belief is that maybe, I'm not speculating, that probably it was money that was exchanged hands. But yes, but if for instance it comes out to be money, and people will assume that maybe there are many other officials who have been compromised, who are, yes, I'm speculating. So you are saying that there's no way this could affect the credibility of the election, but people assume that if, for instance, it was money that was being exchanged, it's likely to affect the credibility because
if it is even money, and it happened at that particular center, and as I said, if you watch the video very well, the people, they were not ready to receive whatever the parcel was, so it was dropped on the table, right? So for now, we shouldn't crucify them till we do the investigation and get to the root of it. Because clearly, if you watch, you captured it, you have a look at it. The parcel was being given to them, and the people were not ready to take it. So it was dropped on the table. When it was there, who took it? Now we don't know. Whether the man even went back to pick it, then because that portion did not appear in the camera. So let's wait and do the investigation, and we'll see what we do.
You seem to feel so proud about these officers for not accepting, like not taking it directly from the man. Is it your position?
For now, don't draw conclusions. In the video, they refuse to receive it, right? But what happens after you have left? I wouldn't know. That's what I'm saying. So the investigation will show whether, as they refuse to receive it, they didn't take it and the man took it back. I wouldn't know, right? If they went back and took it too, then it has also its own implication. So let's wait. We shouldn't crucify anybody. Let's get to the root of it. Once we have done the investigation, they will know what was it. Did they take it or the giver took it back? All these things will come up. Then based on that, we'll draw our conclusions and take the necessary primitive measures if need be.
How long will these investigations take?
During the election, we'll finish today and we'll go there. If we have to even give it to the police to investigate, they will do that. So the commission will take the necessary step to clear the system.
So is it to say that you want to involve police in this investigation?
I'm saying that we will do the investigation based on the initial thing that we will get. If we need to bring in the police, we will do so.